Have you ever stared into the mirror and wondered what your eye color really says about your biological history, your health, and your evolution? Scientists suggest that thousands of years ago, every single human on planet Earth had exactly the same eye color, deep, dark brown. But today, humanity sports a striking spectrum of blues, greens, grays, and ambers. This variance is not just an aesthetic coincidence. It is a highly calibrated blueprint of evolutionary adaptation, light physics, and distinct medical vulnerabilities. If you want to discover the fascinating biological origin of your exact eye color, how it interacts with light, and why your iris pigment may dictate your risk for specific clinical conditions, be with us until the end of this video. The hidden architecture of your eyes is about to surprise you. Before we break down each individual eye color, we need to dismantle a common myth. There is actually no such thing as blue, green, or gray pigment in the human eye. Biologically, every human iris relies on just one primary pigment, melanin. Melanin is produced by specialized cells called melanocytes and comes in two primary forms: eumelanin, which is dark brown, and pheomelanin, which is reddish yellow. The color your eyes appear to be depends entirely on two factors: the concentration of this melanin in the front layer of your iris, known as the stroma, and the way light physically bounces off it. When light hits an iris with zero melanin in the front layer, it does not get absorbed. Instead, it undergoes a physical phenomenon known as Rayleigh or Tyndall scattering. This is the exact same optical illusion that makes the ocean look vibrant blue and the sky look clear azure. Your eyes do not have color. They intercept light. Let us start with the global foundation: brown and hyperconcentrated black eyes. Globally, brown is the absolute dominant trait, covering between 70 and 80% of the entire human population. If your eyes are a dark brown or look nearly solid black, it means your stroma is packed with a dense concentration of protective eumelanin. From an evolutionary standpoint, this was humanity's original shield. This high density of pigment acts like natural internal sunglasses, absorbing up to 90% of incoming ultraviolet radiation. Because of this intense protection, dark-eyed individuals historically thrived in high sunlight, equatorial environments. Clinical data indicates that this high concentration of melanin offers significant protective benefits, showing a lower statistical correlation with age-related macular degeneration and uveal melanoma. Now, let us look at the most famous genetic glitch in history: blue eyes. Scientists suggest that between 6,000 and 10,000 years ago, a single individual living near the northwest region of the Black Sea was born with a specific genetic mutation. This mutation occurred in the HERC2 gene, which acts like a dimmer switch, effectively turning down the expression of the nearby OCA2 gene. The OCA2 gene is responsible for producing the P protein, which helps synthesize brown melanin. Because of this single ancestor, the production of melanin in the stroma was radically restricted. When light hits a blue iris, the longer red wavelengths are absorbed by the dark backing layer, while the shorter blue light waves scatter completely out of the stroma. But what about gray eyes? Gray eyes are even more structurally fascinating. They contain almost zero melanin, but they possess unusually large, dense deposits of collagen fibers in the stroma. These large protein sheets trigger a process called Mie scattering. Instead of scattering only blue light, these larger fibers scatter all wavelengths of light equally. This creates a soft, silvery, metallic gray appearance, a rare trait found in less than 3% of the global population. Next, we arrive at the rarest common eye color on Earth: green. Green eyes account for a mere 2% of the global population. Biologically, green eyes are a complex cocktail. They occur when the stroma contains only a minimal, light dusting of brown eumelanin mixed with an unusual concentration of yellow pheomelanin. When you blend the physical blue scattering of light with this yellowish pigment layer, the eye reflects a striking green hue. This evolutionary trait is heavily localized, reaching its peak in Celtic and Germanic lineages, where in places like Ireland and Scotland, light eyes can account for up to 86% of the population. Even rarer still is true amber. Often confused with hazel, true amber eyes display a solid, uniform, glowing golden or coppery hue without any brown or green flecks. This occurs due to an exceptionally rare, high concentration of lipochrome, a yellowish pigment, coupled with an absolute minimum of dark melanin. It is a stunning visual signature seen in fewer than 5% of people worldwide. Because the United States is a massive genetic melting pot due to global migration patterns, its data provides a unique window for modern epidemiological science. A massive, definitive landmark study published in the peer-reviewed journal PLOS One analyzed the self-reported iris colors of over 235 million driver's license holders across 31 states. The data revealed a highly precise breakdown of the modern American population. Brown and black irises make up the majority at 53%. Blue eyes represent the second largest group at 23.7%. Hazel eyes sit at 10.3%, followed closely by green eyes at 9%. True gray eyes are a massive statistical anomaly in the United States, representing a razor-thin 0.7% of the population, while other rare variations account for the remaining 3.3%. Interestingly, the study noted that states like Maine, Wyoming, and South Dakota showed an inversion, where blue eyes actually became the dominant trait. This maps perfectly to historic European immigration waves, showing how ancestral geography continues to dictate modern American biology. But what does this mean for your health? The clinical data from the National Library of Medicine reveals distinct physiological differences based on your iris color. If you have light eyes, meaning blue, green, or gray. Your lack of stroma pigment means your eyes allow significantly more ambient light to penetrate straight to the retina. This often results in a condition called photophobia, or intense light sensitivity in bright environments. More importantly, extensive meta-analyses suggest that individuals with lighter irises face a statistically higher risk of developing age-related macular degeneration and uveal melanoma over their lifetime. If this is you, wearing verified UV-blocking sunglasses outside is a critical clinical necessity. Conversely, if you have dark, brown, or black eyes, your natural pigment highly protects your retina from UV damage. However, you are not entirely out of the woods. Multiple independent studies have noted that individuals with dark irises have a statistically higher risk of developing cataracts. This is because dense melanin absorbs heat and ambient light radiation at a higher rate, which can accelerate the gradual clouding of the eye's natural lens over time. Ultimately, your eye color is not a parlor trick for personality reading. It is a living, breathing record of your ancestors' adaptation to solar radiation, a testament to complex light scattering physics, and a roadmap for your personal ocular health. What color are your eyes? Did your personal health experiences match the scientific data we discussed today? Let us know in the comments below. To your health.